My name is Riley Watkins. I'm an online fitness coach and certified personal trainer who's personally helped 70 plus people in the past, I think 71 now, in the past year, especially men, lose weight, get in shape, and be in the best shape of their lives. And in this video, I'm going to discuss GLP-1s. Should you take them? Should you not take them? I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. This is my own experience working with a lot of people, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, and trying to give you the best advice I can possibly give you so that you trust me and you want to sign up for my coaching program. I'm not gonna lie, that's the reason I'm making this video, is because I want more clients, I want to help more people get in shape, and hopefully by helping people for free on the internet. Some people say, hey, I want this guy to be my coach and I don't want to have to deal with all the bullshit of figuring out what to do on my own. So I want to have a coach to do it all for me, and that's the reason I'm making this video. So let's get into it. So GLP-1 wise, what I've noticed is, what is a GLP-1? I think a lot of people are like, oh, GLP-1 is just this instant weight loss medication. I think it's helpful to understand what a GLP-1 is, what it does, and if it's something you want to do. So GLP-1 is a gonadotropin-like protein, or like peptide. And what it basically does is it's a hormone you inject in your body. And the best analogy I can give, if you're a man and you inject testosterone because your testosterone levels are low, you artificially get testosterone, and then you have testosterone. Gonadotropin-like protein, GLP-1, it is a hormone that your body naturally creates and releases when you eat protein, healthy fats. And what it does is it signals to your brain that you're not hungry. So when you inject it artificially, your body thinks it's not hungry because it's getting the signals that you would normally get when you eat filling foods. So it just makes you less hungry. Now, when you look at it like this, should you take it? Well, based on my experience, I actually have a unique perspective on this because I grew up with my father being a physician, a doctor, so I actually understand the medical side of things and why it's so effective for many folks. But I also am a certified personal trainer and a fitness coach, and what I want to do with my life is be a fitness professional and help people, become healthier through diet, exercise, and healthy lifestyle. So I see both perspectives. I understand the pros and cons of both sides, and I'm here to not persuade you one way, just explain our perspective and help you make your own informed decision. Now, I'm going to probably start off with why people take it. A lot of times people take it is because they believe it's going to make them lose weight. It's not going to make you lose weight. It's going to make you eat less because you're not as hungry, which that makes you lose weight because you're eating less calories than you're burning each day, which that makes you lose weight. Now, some of the reasons people say don't do it is because most of the time, if you're eating shit food, aka processed carbohydrates, you're not eating enough protein, eating less bad food makes you lose weight, but it also makes you lose muscle mass. And if you lose enough weight fast enough, you're going to end up just being very skinny. Now, the best way, if your goal is to have a better physique, you want to actually look very good, you need to eat less calories, but the calories you do eat need to consist of protein, and you need to resistance train, because the method that I teach to my clients is you want to burn more calories than you consume, so you lose weight, but you want to eat enough protein and resistance train so that the weight you are losing is body fat, and you do it at a slow pace. So why do doctors prescribe GLP-1? Why is it so popular? Is because based on my experience of speaking with so many physicians, in what I do as a coach, if everybody, you could just tell them, eat high quality, lean protein, fibrous fruits and vegetables, and get good sleep and exercise and live an active lifestyle, and you could say that to all your patients as a physician, and they'd listen, well, shit, wouldn't we live in a great world and everyone would be healthy and nobody would be overweight? What a fantastic world that would be. Well, we don't live in a perfect world. We live in the real world, and people don't do the shit. Even as a fitness coach, I have clients who I tell them to do this many steps, do these workouts, track this food, eat these foods, and follow the program, and they have a tough time doing it because it's more behavior change than it is knowing what to do. So many times with the GLP-1, it's an automatic behavior change because you're just not hungry, you have no desire to eat food, so it changes the behavior of eating more food and doesn't necessarily change the behavior of eating better food. So That's why people give it out. Now, I think depending on what your goal is, right? And here's the thing, if you're somebody that I have a couple clients that have been on it, and I have a couple clients that are currently on it, and the reason they're on it, I have one client who, will not track his food. I'm like, you need to track your food. It's going to help you. You have to eat these types of foods. I would like you to log your food so I can see how many calories you're eating and see what food you're eating so I can give you feedback. And he's like, nah, not doing it. I'm like, okay then. He's like, because he was on the GLP-1. I was like, well then I would just recommend taking the shot then, because if you're not going to track your food, you're not going to track your calories, you're not going to eat X amount of protein, you're not going to switch the food you're eating, you're not going to help me do that, well, then you're just going to have to eat less at a certain level and try to get protein in, and I think that's going to maybe get 70% of the results for you. So he's on the GLP-1, he's automatically not as hungry. I'm just like, the food you do eat, try to make it maybe a protein shake, maybe drink a couple protein shakes, maybe eat a protein bar because you're not hungry anyway. So protein shakes and protein bars are easy to get down. Maybe eat some chicken breast, eggs, eat from this food list that I give him, and it works. So in that perspective, if you're unwilling to track your food, diet, exercise, and do the hard shit, right, do the shit that people don't do, which is why they're overweight, then I would probably say it would be beneficial for you to do a GLP-1. But if you're somebody that long-term, you want to have a very nice physique, you want to enjoy the way that you look, long-term, because here's the thing, right, if you rely on GLP-1 to get you healthy, well then I have another client, here's another example, is I have one client who got on Wegovy. It worked for him, he lost weight. His insurance stopped covering it. He got off Wegovy, gained 40 pounds back. Got with me, now we're down 35 pounds in the last few months, and he actually has the habits of food logging, active lifestyle, resistance training. He knows how to keep the results, and we're gonna end our program, lose 50, 60 pounds, he's gonna be in the best shape of his life. He's gonna actually have the habits to keep on going, because here's the thing. What GLP-1 does, tell your body you're not hungry because it mimics the protein and fat ingestion hormone. That's what it releases. If you understand proper nutrition, which is eat foods like high protein, healthy fats, fibrous fruits and vegetables, and you track your food, you understand calorie control, portion control, resistance training, active lifestyle, getting your steps in, if you do that, you get the results of the GLP-1 anyway, because that's what it mimics. It mimics healthy diet. So if you have a healthy diet, and then you add in the resistance training and the active lifestyle, something GLP-1 can't do for you, then here's what you get. You get the weight loss, but the weight is fat. So you get better body composition. You add muscle mass, which is great for your long-term metabolism. It's great for just looking amazing. And you get the benefits of fitness, you get joint health, you get the hormone, the testosterone boost, you get all these benefits that you get with actually having a healthy lifestyle, and you don't have to rely on the GLP-1 to get your results. Because I'm like, if you rely on GLP-1, well then you rely on GLP-1. If you actually solve it forever, for life, aka have healthy habits, well then you solve it for life. And also, if your insurance isn't covering it, that's like $1,500 a month. Some of that shit. Like the Wegovy, the one guy was saying it was $1,500 a month. No fitness coach is that expensive. I don't even think I can think of a fitness coach that's that much. And it's like, unless you're literally just paying to work with like Hollywood actors and you're just paying because they're Hollywood actors, like no fitness coach like for services, like actual coaching services, is going to be that much money. It's probably going to be at the absolute highest rate, maybe $500-$600 a month at the absolute most for one like a really good coach. You know what I mean? And mine's not that much. So I would say, to be honest, if you look at long term in terms of finances, and like again, if you pay a coach to help you get to your goal, if it solves it every single day for the rest of your life, and you know exactly how to be in shape forever, and you get healthy, and you don't have to do the surgery costs of knee replacements, you don't have to do all the TRT, you don't have to pay for the GLP-1, you don't have to pay for the blood pressure medication, all this other shit. Heart surgery, that's pretty expensive, right? You get all these costs back. Actually, the cheapest, best, most cost-effective long-term solution for yourself, your health, and your wealth is to probably work with some type of fitness professional. And listen, and it sounds like I'm probably just trying to say, oh, you need to work with, I understand why you can do both, but the reason I'm not a physician, and the reason I don't want to go to med school, because my dad's a physician, my twin brother's a physician, the reason I don't want to do this is because I actually see the benefits of solving it from the root, which is diet and exercise, get to a reasonable body fat percentage, resistance train, have a healthy diet, build healthy habits, understand, have the self-accountability that you've built through the external accountability of a fitness professional, and I've seen that the impact that can make. I have clients that have been able to play with their kids for the first time in 20 years without getting out of breath. I have clients that have been able to actually go to the doctors for the first time since literally college and have the doctor say positive things about their health, right? Like I've seen the impact it can make, and while GLP-1 is an effective method to lose weight via just pretty much the same thing as starving yourself, but you're just not hungry, so you starve yourself without the hunger. Long term, if you want to be healthy, I don't think it's healthy to just starve yourself. You're going to be nutrient deficient. It serves people much better to resistance train, diet and exercise, understand proper nutrition, understand healthy habits. It really does serve people better to have those healthy habits. So that's kind of my perspective on the GLP-1, kind of what they are, what they do, who they might be helpful for, why they're helpful for a lot of people, what they mimic and how to get those results naturally. So hopefully that was valuable for you. If you kind of heard this and you're like, wow, I do want to have fitness results. I want to work with somebody who might be able to teach me this so I don't have to rely on GLP-1. Well, I'd be more than happy to help you, because the program that I run is I help men lose 30 to 50 pounds and 6 to 10 inches off their waistline in 180 days, or if you don't get those results in the 180 days, I will coach you for free until you do. And that's why I have that guarantee in place, is because I'm committed to you, if you're committed to me, to help you actually build the habits that yield those results, because I know once we get those 50 pounds, 6 to 10 inches off your waistline, by the time we've got there, it means that you've built the habits. And that's why I have that guarantee, because even if it takes longer, I'm committed to people who are committed to themselves and committed to the process. And if you don't, believe me based off my words, behind me are people, oh my gosh, this light is bright. This is Carson, this is Paul, this is Kai, this is Max, this is Drew, this is Jarrett, this is Andrew, this is Tyler, this is Trey, this is me, lost 61 pounds, this is Aiden, this is Kai again, and then that's Carson I already mentioned. If those aren't enough for me, you can visit my Instagram down below and see all the transformations and all the wins that I post every single day. If you want to hear long form videos of any of the clients that I've worked with, you can go to the playlist section on my YouTube channel and go to the results by Ryle section and listen to full-length podcasts with a lot of these people that I have behind me, and listen to full-length, 15 to 30-minute podcast episodes of people that I've worked with and helped change their lives. I recommend listening to Trey's episode. He's probably the best episode. I really, really love that episode, but all of those episodes are really good. And you feel free to watch any of my other videos, just kind of maybe learn more about me, and if I'm somebody you feel like you would trust with your health and fitness. And if you feel that I am, and you feel like that I am somebody that you would like to work with, and you would like to lose 30 to 50 pounds and 6 to 10 inches off your waistline in 180 days with a guarantee that you're going to hit those goals, or you're going to be working with a coach until you do, well, below you can click the link. My application is going to say, hey, are you trying to lose the results that I just mentioned? You're going to say yes. It's going to ask you for your contact information, and then it'll prompt you to book a call, or I'll just personally reach out based on the contact information you gave me, and I'll reach out to see if I might be able to help you out with whatever it is that you seem to be struggling with when it comes to fitness. So feel free to drop a comment if you have any questions or anything doesn't make sense. I reply to all my comments. And if you don't have any comments, but you're still skeptical about if you want to work with me or not, feel free to look through any of my other social medias, watch my podcast, and after you do all that, I hope that you do feel that you could trust me to work with you. And once I've earned that trust, feel free to fill out the application. My application is all over all my social medias. I guarantee that you'll see it somewhere. And go ahead and fill the application out, and let me know kind of what's up, and I'll reach out to see if I can help. Have an amazing day. Remember, the best version of you is not out of shape. The best version of you, the number one version of yourself, isn't 30 pounds overweight. The best version of you has their fitness in order, and they're around longer to be for their kids, for themselves, their family, their career. And I think you owe it to yourself and everyone that you love to be in the best shape possible and to not be in a position where your health is at risk. So have an amazing day. Hopefully this was valuable for you. Let's go.